Welcome back to another Driver Motorsports video. In today's video, we're going to be going through the entire process of what happens to one of our VIP cars from start to finish once it arrives here. So this is assuming that we've already purchased and got all the paperwork and import process done and the vehicle is here, and showing you what we're looking for, what we end up doing, what we modify. It's pretty similar between all of the cars as far as our process, so stay tuned. Hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you soon. So the Celsior is off the truck. It is finally at our facility, and the first thing that we're going to do is give it an initial wash. We actually call this a pre-check-in detail. So we're going through the entire car, engine bay, exterior, interior, and doing a really good clean, getting all that grime and years of gunk built up on the cars, salt water and all of that as well, and then just giving ourselves a really good clean slate, so that when we're working on it, we can see things better and we kind of get an idea of maybe some paint imperfections that may need to be taken care of, or little rock chips, things that you can't see when the car is really dirty. So a lot of times there's extra electronics in the car that we're not going to keep in there. TVs on the dash is a pretty common one because the TV stations are actually broadcast over radio stations in Japan, which is really interesting. Also, extra power outlets, random things that we're just not going to want in there. We'll go ahead and take that out at this point. All right, so our pre-check-in detail and wash is done. So now we're gonna get the car up on the lift. This one, as you'll see here, needed hood struts. So we had to use a brace to hold up the hood, but we'll change those hood struts out here in a little bit. But we'll kind of, get a good look at everything, get a kind of a first glance at maybe the belts and everything there. But the first thing we'll do is get it up on the lift, and we'll start checking out the suspension joints, looking for any play, any slop in any of the ball joints or arms. He's also looking down the side of the vehicle, looking for any dings that may need to be, remedied. This one, since we're VIPing out, he probably noticed that one of the lights wasn't working, so just went ahead and threw a set of our clear markers in. We do this on pretty much any of the Celsiors that we do a VIP treatment to. It just changes the whole front end of the car. Here you can see he's changing out the hood struts. Other things that we're looking for in our check-in process, we're looking at all the fluids, trans, diff fluid. We're going to be changing the oil on every single vehicle that we get. We're looking for any leaks, front, rear main, cam seals, trans pan, anywhere there could be fluid leaking, we're looking for that. After the vehicle is checked in, it gets handed over to Ed, and he's going to take it on the test drive.
All right, so we now have Celsior checked in. We obviously washed it because you just saw that. Now we're gonna go for a test drive. We got some fancy seafoam here. Got my air freshener. We're about to make it pimp. we're gonna need to fix that. I was just looking, I noticed the fancy bracketry it's got going on there. Got some fanciness. So normally, when I leave here, I am struggling to get to the gas station. Like, running on empty because I think they siphon gas out of the cars before they leave. I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, this one actually has over a quarter tank, so we're gonna drive the loop first. So, first of all, you want to buckle your seatbelt, you know, because safety third. I'll start checking windows as I'm driving, just making sure that they're all closing and opening, closing. Turn signals working, which they already checked, but you know, check the interior lights. It's definitely not super comfy in here, so yep, HVAC is working as it should. Dual climate control. Hey, you comfy, Mr. Cameraman? You need a little temperature down.
I feel good.
All right, cool. Good. All right, tilt works, obviously. Vents move, they're not stuck in place. Mirror works. Mirror works. Radio, as far as it works. And that's literally as far as we check the radios, because we're not trying to jam some bumping tunes. We're trying to listen to the car, hear what's going on. Everything's feeling great, by the way. Everything's comfy. The mirrors work. I just checked those. I want to check the power folding action next. You want to switch around your thing to that there, Mr. Kendrick?
What is it?
The power folding mirrors. I really just love watching them struggle. Oh yeah, we good to go, baby.
Buttery.
So yeah, well, cruise control. Oh yeah, cruise control works. Another thing I do like to do is check the old cigarette lighter. There's nothing worse than selling a car, and 2.5 minutes later you see it come back in the dealership, and the guy says, "Hey, the cigarette lighter doesn't work." And you're like, "Oh crap, you are driving it 12 hours home, aren't you? That would probably be a good thing to work." So then you have to pop a fuse in it, or replace the whole assembly, or whatever you got to do. I'm rambling, but it's better to check it now. Make sure that oh yeah, just make sure that it's gonna work, because if it doesn't work, it's gotta work. Come on. Ain't even got Bluetooths in here, you know what I'm saying? No Bluetooths. Got a cassette deck. So I found an issue. The coolant temperature gauge does not appear to be working. She's stuck on cold.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's still stuck. All right, here we go. You ready? All right, so foot to floor. Not very minimal amounts of carbon, and then I let out right there. I only get up to 54 miles per hour there, in case you were wondering. All right, so now that we've washed it, we've checked it in, changed the oil, checked the fluids, all that good stuff. We've test driven it, we've put some fresh gas, put some seafoam in it. The next most very important thing is an air freshener. No, this is not a bug bomb. This is a whole car air refreshener, and we do it to all the cars. I need to turn this up. So you turn it on really high, full blast, and then you let the car run. You have to make sure you put it on recirculation too, so it keeps the scent in. All right, let's get out, and then I'll activate this and we can watch. It's a shame you won't be able to smell it. I push this down just like a bug bomb, and it explodes. Ready? Ah! Nah, but for real, it ain't that bad. That just works its way into all the fabric and the air purification system, and just really makes it smell fresh. We do this now because, as you can see, it's letting off an aerosol. So with that aerosol, it can make things dusty, so it's not something we want to do just before we sell the car. We want to do it now. That way it can just, you know, absorb and smell fresh for years to come.
All right, so now that it has been checked in, it's been test driven, we know that mechanically it's good to go. We might have a few other things that we're going to be repairing at this point too, but we're going to start, you know, tearing it down and making it gangster. So Caden and Daniel are working on getting the coilovers installed. So with the Celsiors, there's no fabrication involved in installing the coilovers. So with these, it's a pretty easy install. We use BC Racing coilovers predominantly now. Really love the quality. They're amazing, they run great. So for this Celsior, since it has a lip kit, we're not gonna be super low, and we can fit 20s. So we bought this set of work durandals. They're gonna fit the car perfectly, be the right styling, get some tires mounted up on it, get ride height set, get the wheels mounted on the car, and check for clearances, rubbing, and then it's going to go off for an alignment. Once it's back from alignment, it's handed over to CJ and he does his thing. All right, so once the vehicle is done, we're gonna get it into the showroom, get our pictures taken for the website, then we're gonna list the car. Once that is done, we're gonna find a good day to shoot a promo video. So here's the promo video. I hope you guys enjoy it. This car turned out amazing.